G'day mate and welcome back to Capital Ministry with me, Judy. In our last episode, we played around with goat belts and goat pipes. We put in a whole lot of goatiness. We even experimented with the stackers and, well, they turned out to be mostly useless. Don't get me wrong, they're very, very good when dealing with loose material. Like if you're dealing with dirt or sand or compost or trash, great. But if you're dealing with rock, which is the main thing we're digging up from the crater, they sort of fail. And they just build a giant pyramid, and the giant pyramid doesn't actually solve our problem. So, yeah, not very impressed with the stackers. But you know, they did help us out a little bit. And today's episode, I want to, iterate on that solution. Also, at the same time, I want to get research up and running because we haven't been doing any research for quite some time with our preparation to move into the crater. Now we're actually moved in, we've got everything up and running. I'd like to get science back up and running. Also, I'd like to unlock the next lot of construction parts and, of course, well, the next tier of research. So, with that out of the way, I need to ask the all-important question of, can I borrow a like? I just want to borrow a like. I like borrowing a like early in the video. If you're not happy with the video, you didn't enjoy the video, by all means, you can have your like back. At the same time, I'm going to mention it once more. We're like 50 subscribers. 50 subscribers away from hitting the magic 28k. So, click the button. I'd appreciate it. Help a mate out. Anyway, let's get into today's episode. As always, at the start of every episode, I like to go and thank those that go above and beyond, those who choose to support the channel. And today we have another new YouTube member I need to thank. We need to thank the wonderful Mr. Morecat. Mr. Morecat, thank you for becoming a wonderful YouTube member. Thank you for choosing to support the channel. Whilst we're happy to be passing past here, we're going to talk about one little thing, which is stackers. As we can see, we've made a lovely pyramid of, and you stopped working. But I did find a little neighbor that I could put right beside him, which I couldn't find originally, but I'm going to take it, and we're going to put in a second one of these guys. I'm also going to toggle the direction on that and empty or get rid of you, and we're going to build a second one. Now, this is going to be fairly useless. It's going to stack up fairly quickly, but as this team is so close to the edge of the map, I'm really hoping they can get to the edge of the map before, as soon as possible. Honestly, as soon as possible. Preferably before this runs out of places to dump. Yeah, that'd be nice. Also, I will mention that we're going to have to come through. We're going to have to dig this out. Like, I'm going to be leveling out this rim in the crater as well. So all the material I've dumped here, I'm going to have to dig back up and I'm going to have to move again, which is unfortunate. And now I'm wondering, no, none of that terrain is flat. Doesn't even look close to being flat, Jetty. What the hell are you thinking? Whatever. All right, so we're going to leave the cutthroat team, who is still trying to cut their way through the edge, off to, keep doing what they're doing. Next thing we might notice is leveling team is done and dusted. They are out of jobs to do, so I'm actually going to disband the team outright, which means I do have this tower free, which I'm going to move to here. And mining, please. No, Z. No, N. I want to fill that back in, and for the moment, I think I'm just going to move all 5 of them around the edge. Around the edge, they're going to keep just digging their way around the rim. All right, with those done, I want to do research. That's going to be today's #1 priority, mainly because I want to get construction parts 4 unlocked, and I want to get the next tier of research unlocked, which is going to give us the new lab, the research lab level 4, also the lab equipment level 3. So I need to sort of plan all this out, which means buildings. We want to have the research lab level 3, which is what we have access to currently, and I want 3 of them. 3 of them I found is a good number. I admit, I'm probably burning through the research too quickly, but as each lab uses 4 science, and the ratio sort of makes sense to do 4 science, I'm happy doing 4 science. 4 science each, 12 science total of 3 labs. I want to have general machines. I'm going to need an assembly. So we're going to need an assembly to do lab equipment 1, plus I'm going to need an assembly to do lab equipment 2. The first one making 48 lab equipment 1 means I'm going to need 2 of these machines to make lab equipment number 2. Also, if we go back into research, if I have 2 doing lab equipment 2, which means I can have 2 doing lab equipment 3, which gives us the magic 12 science I was talking about. You're gonna need electronics and mechanical parts, which happen to be here and here. So they're pretty easy to get our hands on. 1 and 2. Cool. Can we run the belt much flatter, please? Oh, thank you. All right, so that is all you need. We're going to put you out of the way. You happen to need paper. If we bring up our chemical plant and we turn on paper, paper needs wood chips, which come from the shredder, which needs to go somewhere here. Also, we're going to need steam, which is going to come from a boiler, which is going to go here. And you're going to go here, and we're going to have wood chips go from the shredder, which needs wood, which happens to be fine because we have construction parts 1 here, which need wood. That's convenient. Also, we need to have water, which is, as we're in the crater, well, anywhere we damn well want, pretty much. So, water, steam, exhaust. Yep. The only other thing I need is going to be a storage box for... can you go there? You can go there. A storage box for limestone. So we're going to set you for limestone. I'm going to set an import rule for limestone from that tower. All right. So that's what we need for you. We also need steel, which we happen to have right there for construction parts level 3. So all I need to do is I need to stitch all this stuff together. You are going to be the next tier of research, which we're going to have no recipe for right now. You are going to be science 1 into science 2 and into science 3. Okay. So the plan is going to be a simple one with a slower belt, please. Flat conveyor. All right. We need to come out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to go in here. 1 and 2. I'm going to pick up the whole thing. I'm going to put it here. That tile, please. Okay. You are going to come up to here, and then over there, and into there, and into there. And then that just leaves steel. Steel we're going to bring off you at height 2. And nope, one more tile this way. And into here. And into there. And come on. Into there. All right. So you needed the electronics, plus you needed mechanical parts, which should be as easy. Again, belt speed wrong. Oh, that's using fast belt. Well, whatever. Done. And can I swap you out for a slower belt? Because I don't need belt going quite that fast. And you also need a second belt to go from here to here to here to here. And I'm plugging all this together. I'm realizing maybe you're not plugged into the labs correctly. Yeah, you're not plugged in the labs correctly. Okay, can I just slide everybody further forward? All right, in the long term, you need to come out here. You need to join here, and then you need to go every different which way. In the right now term, we're going to be using these to run here, here, and into here, and also into there. All right, so now I need to... Oh. Can we slide everybody to the right 2 tiles? Yes. There. Okay, can I flip-flop and plug that into there so I have a connector, and flip-flop you back, and I just need to plug you into you, you into you, and you into you. Okay, so the only other thing I needed was... Actually, that's everything. We can build you. I can build you, and not you. I can build you. You need science. I don't have any of the yellow science currently. I had some left over from when we deconstructed the old ones. So I need to find some people. We're going to unload the ship, and now I have 5 workers available, which is probably not quite enough to get us up and running. Okay, I need you to have wood chips. I don't put in wood chips. Okay, can I build those 2 and those 2? Wood chips are this belt right here. So we're going to go off you into actually to there. Yeah, and then straight line into there, and we can build those 3 belts. All right, so that should be science up and running. You should get wood chips. Well, you should burn wood chips for steam. The other wood chips should pass in here to give us paper, and you're going to make 24 science packs, and we're only going to be able to use 4 and 8. But I also need to get you built. Unpause. Yeah. Okay. So you. Whoop. Oh. All right. Can I just stop and build that box? Cool. We'll come back to that problem in a second. All right. Trucks can't reach this box to dump all the electronics that the shippy's been fighting on the map. So we're probably past you to build that bridge. Yes. Okay. So that is you up and running. You just need the 20 science packs, which paper. Come on, paper. Paper. There we go. All right. Which we should be good on. Now I'm gonna very quickly, just uni boost everything. Mainly because I just want the science out. I want the science both in these. I also want to get the extra lab running because I'd really like to get, before the episode's done, both construction parts 4 researched and also the next tier of lab researched and built. That's going to be today's plan. All right, so we're going to leave these guys running. You need to have, well, if we look at the research, you need to have electronics 2 plus the previous lab equipment. The previous lab equipment is just going to pop around to here. Here, and here. And the electronics 2 will probably just drag out the front, actually. Well, we could just... No, I can just take it off. Yeah, I can take it off these machines. And where you need to go there at height 1, technically. Okay, we're going to bring you out there. We're going to bring you up already to height 2. That way trucks can get underneath. And then actually, I think I'm just going to bring you all the way to the limestone. Past the limestone. Over, under the steel belt. And that actually works really well for us. Height 2 to here. Height 1. You can go 1 tile to the left, and then you can go a few tiles to the other left now, and into there. Okay, so that is you done. We just need to, well, have the research done. 16. Bugger. Rotate back the other way. I need to have the parts sitting in a machine so I can press the uni button. You should have 5 now. Cool, done. All right, done. With that now done, I'm going to take off our uni boosts and save ourselves some uni. I'm also going to going to go and unpause another housing. All right, we get another housing block up and running. That should fix our population problem just about instantly. And we should get science cranked out. At the same time, those belts seem to be important. Probably also means that needs to be upgraded as well. How many recyclables do you put out? You put out 8. So it's 8, 16, 24. You also put out 18. So you're putting out almost 60. So yeah, we need to upgrade that to a 200. And that should be good to go. All right. Next thing you need to do is, how far are you guys away? Okay, stacker is useless. It is done. Good to know. You can now officially go away. Cool. All right, so that solves that problem. You guys have still got a little bit of digging to do, but unfortunately, your trucks need to drive everything to the far side of the map. I'm going to give you an extra 2 trucks, even though I don't really have the truck power. All right, you are a box for electronics 2, which will eventually, after we've, actually done the research, go into vehicle parts number 3. Yes. But we're also filling up this bucket for diesel. What I want to do is I want to remove this transportation. If we go into analytics still and we look at this limestone. I know where the limestone is. Limestone. Where's this limestone mine? Oops. You can do that limestone bucket. I forgot about that limestone bucket. Yeah, I forgot about that bucket entirely. That's sulfur. That's trash. Yeah. All right. And you're already assigned. You are. Okay. So back to this. We're doing a couple of deliveries. One of the deliveries is still diesel, and it is coming down to this container here, which goes in the depot eventually. After we, well, when we're actually making something, at the same time, also goes into the depot into a refueling station. What I want to do is I want to remove that delivery. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in a bridge here. We're going to grab a little pipe. We're going to come out from here, around the corner, under our little bridge. Going to come up to height 1. And now we have the terrace system in place. No, height 2. Height 2, come on. Okay, we're going to stop there. Oh, there we go. There we go. Now we have a terrace in place. We're going to run around our terrace. And height 3. And run you there to there to there. Cool. We're going to run a little pipe across. Because this seems like the most pointless delivery in the world if I literally have the oil refinery right there. So again, we're just going to remove one more little delivery. All right, next thing I want to do is I want to build another pipe, another long pipe. We have a diesel pipe, also a naphtha pipe. Now, you might ask, JD, why are you running naphtha? And the answer is because we're going to want naphtha in the future, which is coming all the way around at the edge of the map. So rather than being a goat pipe, it's an edge of the map pipe, and it's coming right around the edge. In fact, portions of the pipe are hanging over the sea, but that's perfectly fine. And it stops here. I want to add that much to the end, please. And then add this much to the end. And then probably cut it back to about there. All right, I want to get these pipes done. Because I want to have diesel. I want to have diesel in as many locations as possible. And one of the locations happens to be right here, where I'd really like to put in a fuel. Yep. And put a vehicles, getting a fuel station, plug that right in front. And bottom pipe, I hope, is going to be diesel. It is. I'm going to just put in a little fuel station right here. Now, this little fuel station, I do want to assign a truck to in just a minute. But it also means that I want to remove the second fueling truck from there. Also means I want to take this fueling station and I want to assign it to the rimming team, being that's their tower. Yeah, their tower's on the opposite side of the map to what they are. Also, can I... Oh, that button. Can I mark that to be dark? All right. So, this team is doing a great job. But as we can see from our stacker experiment, the experiment failed. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. That part. Yeah. But with the goat belt is not going to be done. It has other purposes, and the purpose is going to be that box. So I'm going to bring a belt from here at height 3, which is not going to help most of the excavators, but it'll help the trucks at least. And we're going to bring this, avoiding everything that might cause the belt to break in the future, and run you to there, which is going to get me a whole pile of rock to this part of the map. But we're going to set that to empty. So that's going to bring 200 rock per minute. Yep, 200 rock per minute from this bucket and this bucket. This bucket does get a lot of use. This bucket gets an awful lot of use, and we're going to bring 200 rock up the map per minute. Now, that 200 rock, once it gets here, merged into this wonderful belt and pops across to here, is going to have a truck whose sole job is to make sure that bucket is empty. We're also going to have you export to leveling tower, that tower, and I want to say that tower, am I right? No, not that tower, that tower. Okay, can I remove bucket? Bucket. Can I get you assigned to this tower? All right, so leveling team. Leveling team, I can now use their box. We've already set their box up over there. Also, this one, this is a dumping team. This is a dumping tower. We're going to assign their dumping box to be the next dumping box. And this one's already assigned via the rimming team. So between those allocations, in theory, we can have the trucks just keep dumping all the way around the map. And nobody has a set assigned on. And we're going to turn that on, actually. I only want the one truck assigned to this guy to empty it. I'm pretty confident one truck should keep up because he's got to go such a short distance. That's my hope. Actually, we'll also set an alert. Tell me if you're full. Yeah, that's going to be our plan. All right, so he now has the job of literally picking up stuff, driving 10 tiles, dropping it off. Also means that I'm probably... I think I'm going to widen out some of this area just a little bit. Yeah, we'll go with that. Just make it a little bit wider around this corner. All right, we're going to leave them and see how they go. We don't care about that. Do not store all tree saplings. That sounds horrible. And building pillar. We know about the building pillar. All right, so with that done, Zig Zag Team. I need to talk about Zig Zag Team. Okay, Zig Zag Team is having a hard time. Having many, many hard times. All right, we have a distance of 30 here. We have a distance of 63 down here, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4 tile gap. Originally it was a 3 tile gap. I widened out to 4 tiles. Main reason I did that is if we look at here, which is 45, and here, which is 15, I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 4.5 tile drop between there and there. So I'm like, I'm going to widen this out to 4. In fact, I'm probably going to make sure that we stop digging halfway through and we put in a zigzag and move everything over 1 tile. I've already changed here to here to be rather than a 3 tile gap out to a 5 tile gap because for a number of reasons. One, as we were coming this way, I chose to keep digging down rather than keeping it level. And if I remove, well, this is our old marker. So our old dig brought us out to here at -80. Our new one's going to bring us out a little bit further in. Well, actually, it's technically going to bring us out to -80 right here in the middle of the mountain. And then I need to dig my way out. So I'm hoping that the extra couple of tiles gap means that things are a little bit more structurally sound between, well, this -80 and this -50. You know, it is still a 30 tile drop. So I'm hoping this works, but I don't know. In fact, I'm probably going to move it out another tile. Actually, I'm going to do that right now, I think. 68. Can I get you to go down to 69? Nice. Flat at 69. Nobody wants a flat 69. And down to... That's up. Down to 80. Yeah, right there. And then flat at 80 and out the front here. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. All right, one thing I do want to do, a couple of things I do want to do is I want to fill this in. And I want to fill this in aiming down. And I'd like to build in this wall and this wall. They're both above, as are those two. They're both above flat. So those walls should hold back everything. These walls, I'm hoping I can use to catch material. Because, well, these other two walls are at max height. Well, maybe they're at max height now. No, still too short. Still too short. I need to get them just to, well, that up right there. And I need to get you 1 tile higher as well. So I just want to fill in this a little bit and see if we can get these high enough. Come on, bit more material. Can I remove you. Okay, I don't think that helped me out at all. No. Okay, we can now make you flat. Oh. Okay, can I move you up 1 top? No. Flat. That looks like what I want. And can I put you up as high as possible to just stop anything bleeding out the corner? And we're going to get those built. Alright, so I should be able to flatten that out at 48 as well. And remove that one guy. And yes, we can definitely see material is definitely sliding through between the retaining walls. I don't mind. I don't mind if there's a little bit of spillage. But with that now done, I want to move this over a tile here. Which means I'm probably going to cut that back even sooner. And we might even, yeah, we're probably going to end up zigzagging this out 1 more tile on the way. I might have to rearrange everything. It's now 2 tiles wide at the corner. Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole lot of dig and see. The corner's good enough. The corner's good enough, guys. All right. It's a whole lot of dig and see. And that's how the Zig Zag Team is going to be right from square one. It was always like that. It was always a... Yeah, we'll see what happens. You are sand. Okay, sand. Sand. Okay. edit area here to here, and I'm gonna have you just keep digging. I'm gonna have to set up quartz crushing up here in the not too distant future. You have quartz. Okay, we're gonna set up quartz crushing right now. We're gonna put a loose storage, a big one. We're going to we're gonna plug you into that one. Unity build that. We're gonna paste those settings to that one. Okay, so you are gonna have sand import, which means I'm not gonna have that sand chest or that sand chest anymore. And then over here, we're gonna put in crusher. You are gonna be turning quartz crushed into sand, and you I think you need to be much further apart, right? Yeah. That works for me. You are going to go there. You are going to be quartz into quartz crushed. And then... you can be a quartz box. That's going to be our plan. That way, whenever we find quartz, which will hopefully be rarely, we're just going to automatically crush into sand. I'm not going to treat quartz as a separate product. It's just easier to treat it as sand, purely because, well, 24 quartz turns into 24 quartz crushed. Quartz crushed turns into sand at a 1-to-1 ratio as well. So if we just treat it all like sand, it just makes life easier. If one piece of quartz turned into 4 pieces of sand, or even 2 pieces of sand, then I might treat it as 2 separate products. But for right now, it's just not worth the time and effort. And that means you're a sand bucket, which I don't need to set to empty because these are set to request, right? Yes. We've only got 1 sand bucket. Never mind. Okay, so research. We have finished that one. All right. So I need to put in my blueprints. I have, and if you're curious, they are available on my Discord server. No, not upgrade smelters. We want construction parts. I want to put in construction parts 4. Now, in theory, the blueprint would go straight over the old blueprint and everything can plug in perfectly, except I've modified a whole bunch of things. So I'm not expecting this to work 100%. But that's okay. If we put you in there and I remove that, you, first thing I want to plug in. So you are going to be construction parts 4 into, come on, that loop belt, back belt. We're going to copy paste you. Alright, so I can build that much at least. These are storage boxes for construction parts 4, which I would prefer a slightly more manly version. Let's go with slightly more manly version. You are going to be recyclables, and you are going to be our very first machine. So can I get you built, you built, you built, and you built? On top of that, I'm going to need an export and an import. Due to poor management, I need you to go into there. You are going to be construction parts 4, and you'll also be 4, and you're going to need a small belt to go from there to there. All right, so I can get that much built. Great. Now, well, that's the problem. That's steel. That's not the item I want. Okay, so you plugged into a steel belt because things went bad with the blueprint, because I went and added all the belts across the front to feed things in. So things don't line up exactly like they should. Okay, I'm going to need to remove, I'm better off just removing the belts. That's the quickest way to clear out the contamination. Can we go there to there, and there to there? Okay, I build that and build that. All right, so you're meant to have electronics 2. Which means I need to find electronics 2. We have electronics 2 over here, and I just need to take this out. I need to plug it into that belt, which is blocked by both mechanical parts and technical electronics. Okay, so let's remove the mechanical parts belt. It's not like this is tied to maintenance. It's not like it's desperately important at all. It's not like the whole base would collapse if I don't get this fixed quickly. All right, so we're going to go from there to... Okay. F and then up a top. Okay. Obviously, that iron belt's in the way. So we're going to come across here at height number 1, over the steel belt, it turns out, and to that top. Cool. All right, so that's our mechanical part's done, and hook back in, which means I should be able to grab a belt off electronics, bring you to height number 2, 2, and down to there, and then I need you. That is the wrong belt. I need you to plug in. Yeah. All right, so that's our electronics belt, which also needs to plug in to that one. It paused the construction because it was mid-construction. All right, so that should get you running, which should... Oh, that was never built. Which should get this up and running. We have just about maxed out that, so we're going to build all of those, I guess. And that belt can get turned on, yes. Yeah, because that's going to take any construction parts 3 to end up in that box and upcycle them into 4s. And I want to have, well, basically all the machines running because I can. So that should give us construction parts 4, which is going to be great. Quick deliver. Cool. Which is now going to come into here, and this would go into you, who needs 10 construction parts 4, which I don't have. Which we should hopefully have reasonably soon, which should then give us maintenance number 2. We're going to unpause you and leave you to just sit there and think about yourself and think about all the horrible, shameful things you've done. Meanwhile, 50% of the 3s are getting turned to 4s. So, no, I don't want to pause it. Actually, yeah, I do want to pause it. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. Cool. I'm going to pause you and you because I don't need them running just yet. Also don't need those on the end again. And that is now maintenance 2 up and running. I still need to make maintenance 1, but maintenance 2 is used for maintenance 2 buildings. You know, some of the higher tech buildings need better maintenance or a different tier of maintenance. That's probably more accurate. All right, side access is now done. We've made our way out here, which means I'm going to give them a side project of coming and digging this. I want this dug because, well, I'm hoping if I can ramp this down, then potentially I can dig out all this sand, because this sand is like the closest sand down here. And I just like it gone. I'd like it gone. I'd like it one less problem that's potentially on the map that I need to deal with. All right, with that done, I want to have, let's go with a new tower. Let's cancel all this. You're gonna do gravel, rock, and slag. That's gonna be important. And edit area, here to here. Okay, so this is going to be our new dumping zone, and it is going to be all about the dumps. I will need to get a digging crew up here to level out this section of the crater, but for the moment, it's all about the dumps, and it's all about the dumps and the quick access for those inside the crater. You don't need any trucks assigned, but thank you. All right, I need to have an import rule. We're going to have an import rule from the copper mine. Also going to have an import rule from this digging crew. Also from the limestone mine, also from the iron mine, and also from the coal mine. Everybody from here, this is going to be quickest exfil, so this is where I want you to go dump materials. You can go to the top of the map if you desperately need to, but hopefully with that done, we should start seeing an influx of traffic coming this way. Don't care. There's our first one. And actually, also you, and I want to turn you off. Anybody can come dump here if they want, but you guys, it's your top priority that you come dump here. All right, so that should mean we should start leveling out, flattening out this area and filling this up with material. You have dirt. All right, you guys, because you're so close, we're going to give you access to these. Also, I think I want to put another one of these here. We have a lot of dirt. Dirt's a separate problem. very, very, very much a separate problem. Actually, no, we'll go back to that. Okay, yep, so we definitely have trucks coming up here and dumping things. That's exactly what I want. And you have a high supply of rock. Okay, 2 trucks now required. But the dumping is now going way faster. I never assigned a truck. I meant to sign a truck and never signed a truck. Oh, it's fine. All right, you guys are... Now I want to put a ramp here. Whatever, it's only one they're digging these. All right, the dumping team is now going way faster. Way faster. And, well, we can remove that. And remove that, because that never worked. And remove you, because you never worked. And you, because you never worked. All right. Yeah, you had a dedicated fuel station with no trucks aside. Yeah, I see the problem. It's all right. We'll get there. And unfortunately, you guys are being stupid and driving all the way around. Can I just... Alright, we're just going to do this. We're just going to cut back, and that should force them all over here to do this digging. And once these are clear, we'll just remove that, and we'll remove that as well. That's everything inside your square. Alright, once they've done this, then they can move back on with just general digging. And yeah, with the dumping power of a goat belt and a bucket and a dedicated dumper, we're making a lot more progress around here, an awful lot more progress. Also, I should mention, deliveries wise, we have a little bit of rubber, a little bit of compost, a little bit of veggies, some sand, sulfur, like it's now down to mainly rock and slag, a whole bunch of rock, a whole bunch of slag in the sea. That is pretty much the main... Go away, and go away. That is pretty much the main things we're dumping currently. And oh my god, like 20 diggers make problems go away. Okay, can I have you guys dig that side now? And that way nobody should do the stupid back and forth from one side of the belt to the other. No, don't do that, guys. No, you ruined it. Can't hire good help these days. All right, dig. Okay, we'll have them continue digging through this hill. They're making good progress, and I'm making good progress in ending today's episode. We have science up and running. We have no research. Hang on. No, we don't have science up and running. We've done the science to make science up and running. Okay, can I flip you? Can I flip you? Can I flip you? And can I flip you? All right, research. Turns out, I missed this entirely earlier, probably because you need to actually go find these off the world map. I can do the ship bridge and the ship fuel tank, which are both tier, well, yellow research. So we're going to get both those up and running. You don't have microchips. Why? Because it doesn't connect. Oh, I see the issue. It never bothered actually plugging in. Can I get you to plug in there? Cool. Because I'd like microchips. Please. So that should give me 6 microchips, which is just what I need to run YouTube. So that should get that up and running. We're going to feed the previous science packs into these guys. And I need to... Let's turn you on. And we'll uni boost you. I need to get 20 of them to upgrade the labs. Also need to get 60 of those construction parts. I have 100 and something. And you're just about full, but not quite full. You know what? I'm going to turn you on anyway. Okay, so we need to get 20 of the science, which is what? 2 minutes? Yeah, 1 minute for each of them, and then the same here, and then the same here. So a couple of minutes worth of research, hopefully. And we have enough to upgrade 2 labs already. But the main thing I want to do is I want to bleed off what's on these belts. Okay, I really want to empty what's on these belts. You have 25 science in you. You have 39 science in you. You have 24 science in you. So that's the other thing I'd like to do. I'd really like to burn off what science we have inside the labs, but I'm pretty sure when I click the upgrade button, this gets ripped out and put in the shipyard. Now, you can use higher tier lab equipment. If I put the red science into the next tier lab, the research speed is going to go up. So rather than doing 4.8 per 60, it's just going to do faster because it's a more powerful research potential working on an older fashioned research. It's probably the best way of describing it. If we look at you, 20. 20 is how hard the science is, okay? If we look at this one, this is an 18. This is a... Go away. This one is a 19. That is a 20. That's a 26. That's a 30. That's a 32. It's not representing of the tier that they're in. It's how difficult the research. Side access is done. Well, that made that ramp appear. Do I want you guys to do that? No, not really. You know what? We're going to set you guys up to be the very first team. We're going left or right? I think I want to go to the right. Okay, we want end tool. Yep. And then all of that. Yep. And I think I'm going to cut back your team numbers. Also, slag, please. Yeah, okay. All right, wait. We were trying to get science packs. Okay, so you have been upgraded. You are now the next tier. You, I would like to upgrade as well. And you, oh wow, I can do all three of them. Okay, if I can do all three of them, that means all those science packs are gone. I'm going to remove that because we don't need that there anymore. I'm going to flip you the other direction and I'm going to plug that into that. And flip. So we should now have bigger and better science, which is going to come into these guys. And I'm short on people. Three. Okay, build another house. Can I unity build you, unpause you, and do I have science packs in the shipyard? I got 22 of them. All right, so what I'd like to do is take off this. And for 22 of them, can I just turn you on? No. I'm better off putting in a tiny storage box and going you to you to you. Science, lab equipment, max request, build and build. All right. Yeah, they're both running. Okay, what we might do is we might just turn you on and turn you on. I think that'll be our answer. 19 workers, yeah. 7 workers. 7 workers, plenty. All right, that should get science up and running. We're going to, yeah, so we're now doing a research speed of 5.6 because we're using more powerful lab equipment in a more powerful lab. Also, you output 12 recyclables, so that's 12, 24, 36. You guys do what? You do about 60. And you do over 60. Okay, we're going to upgrade you as well. And now we have the new better labs. These do require maintenance too. This is going to be our first building running maintenance too, which is fine. I don't mind. It's fine. We'll get there in the long run. And I'm sorry. I should really tap that there. Oh, actually. You can do that. You can do that easily. Can I bring you out and into there, please? Build that. And then you can go into... Cool. Can you go away? And we're just going to do that. Done. That way you're fitting out of the box. That way you're done correctly, and I don't have to worry about it. And you should now have a full belt's worth. And there is our 20 odd science packs, which means hopefully Mr. Shippy's empty. Mr. Shippy Shippy is empty. And we need to finish the research before I can apply the upgrades, obviously. All right, so that is that up and running. We're going to burn through whatever the last little bits of research we have running. We now have the bigger and better labs. We have quick, easy access to the outside of the map. We also have these guys going in, well, trimming. Yeah, I'm going to want them to do... Well, I want them to widen it. No, we'll just start with flat. We'll start with flat and we'll come back for everything else later. We're going to have them start digging out around here. And anything they knock off, they'll have to go clean up. And you guys are now doing an excellent job of, well, filling in everything. This bucket makes all the difference. Obviously, doesn't need 2 trucks. But yes, I need to call this episode here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next episode where we can hopefully get into a bit more research. Like mega trucks and more vehicles, which would help with my dumping and statues and all sorts of things. I really want to get into the next tier. I also want to go through and remove some of these things, but we'll worry about those in the very next episode. As always, like I said, thank you for watching. Do hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the very next video. All right, bye.